My name is Audrey Hamilton. I am the Entrepreneurial Assistant. I am a business coach, a virtual project manager, and a network marketer. And tonight, I just wanted to talk a little bit about group management. So earlier, I made a post. If you guys have not seen it, we just reached 700 members. And with that, I am now giving away my Facebook outline. So if you have not gotten that quite yet, please comment outline below. And if you also have not gotten my best-selling book, Lead Generation for Social Media, that is also another thing that you may want to consider because your group is actually a huge factor in that. So if you have not gotten my book either, comment book below and I will get you the link. So I'm just going to go into a little bit more detail about some of the tips that I just did. So we're just giving these blitz tips a little bit of a test run first. I know a few people were kind of confused about this. So every Sunday starting at 8, we're just going to try this out for a few weeks now. I'm going to be posting 10 tips about certain things, certain topics to run your business. So if there's actually some kind of tip that you're wondering about, like a certain aspect, like maybe growing your Instagram, growing your Facebook, growing, this week we have growing your Facebook group. If you want to talk about email marketing, funnels, copywriting, or anything like that, let me know in the comments what you want to hear about. I'm just looking for some ideas and trying to figure out what everyone wants. But with these blitz tips, I'm going to be giving 10 posts with different tips in them. They're just going to be very quick. And then I'm going to do a live at the end that will go into further detail about it. So I hope you guys like this. If you don't, well, you don't like it, that's fine. I just saw this kind of strategy with someone and I thought it would be kind of fun to try it. But worst case, we just do a whole live and I'll talk about certain topics. So yes, so tonight we're talking about group management. And so I just gave 10 tips. Make sure to go back into those as well. I don't think I'm going to talk about all of them. Some of them are very self-explanatory. But I wanted to talk a little bit about some of these. So number 1 was to define your group's purpose and rules. You want to make sure when you're making a group that you put rules in place. You don't want it to just be a free-for-all. If you do not put promotion, go into detail about your promotion, people are going to be promoting in your group like crazy, and it's going to go against the rules. If you have certain dates or if you have a whole thread that you do promotions in, it's better to put that in the rules and let them know instead of it being a free-for-all. Or in some cases too, no promoting. If you're especially running a business coach, running a business tip group, you need to give people a chance to promote their groups or else they're not going to grow either, if that's your wish anyway. But you don't want the group to always be about you. You want it to be about growing a community. That's what group is. You're building community, you're networking and things. So make sure you put certain rules in place like that. Also blocking moderators, harassment, or anything like that. You need to put those in the rules. Defining your group's purpose kind of actually needs to fit with your rules. You don't need to be just going all over the place and, hey, we want you to grow, but no, you can't promote or anything like that. Your group rules need to match your group purpose. So a few areas that you could put your group purpose, I'm going to talk about this a little later in this live, is to put it in a pinned post. Also put a few key rules in there. That way people are not just like, oh, okay, we don't even know where the rules are. They know where it's at. And the other place is the group description itself. Put a link in there to your business if you are a coach or if you're trying to use the group for promotional purposes or some promotional purposes. That way people know where to find you. And then another place you can also put it is in your cover photo. If you make your banner, your cover banner, photo, whatever you want to call it, you could make it where people could click on. You could have a call to action that says click here. They'll click there, and then on the right-hand side, especially on the laptop, I don't know about the phone, but on the right-hand side, there will be a description of your business as well. You just put it in there. So that's a few places that you could put those and that are new. Also, making sure you also comment message members as soon as they join will also help that out some. Something I'm not the greatest at, but it does help. So tip 2 is creating compelling content. Do not just, please don't promote, just only promote in your group. If you're in skincare, Don't just constantly be promoting skincare products. Don't be, for me, I'm a business coach. I don't just constantly promote my own services. You need to also yourself follow your own rules. So make sure that you're creating compelling content, you're giving more value than you are just promoting. What I suggest, like 80% value, 20% promoting is what I kind of suggest. That's at least a good guideline for people to follow. Also on your personal profile, and if you also have a business page, you can almost swap some around. Certain places could be different. So just making sure that your posts match with your target market and everything runs more smoothly. Also, make sure to encourage member engagement. In some of those tips that I was just talking about, the content, you can put things like, what are your thoughts? Or you can post like, what is something you struggle with, or whatever. Making some things where it shows member engagement. You want to hear their thoughts. You want them to comment. You want to know what they're thinking, what they're doing, and stuff. A few things you can also do too to encourage this is to create conversation starters. Things like setting your intentions, setting goals, and then actually following through with them. Don't just leave them hanging. You want to go back later in the week and make sure that they're actually doing things, and how are they doing, because that will continue to see that you care about what they're doing. So that's just a few things there to help with engagement and things. You do want to promote networking, making sure that everyone is networking together and not just like, okay, yeah. What I normally try to do is, if someone is promoting, I try to make sure that they also encourage others here in the group. It's kind of hard to do, but you could be like, hey, I think that this person would be good. Go check them out. They commented here and stuff. Or I'll sometimes mention some names under certain promotions if I know someone's looking for something. You can also organize events and challenges, kind of like what I'm doing here, just trying to get a little more engagement and stuff. If you want people to get eyeballs on this, create an event in your group. You can also do challenges this way as well. That way people can actually see that your group is engaging and it's not just dead. You can also do collaborative events as well, such as Q&As or podcasts or whatever you want to do, but some kind of something that people can kind of see. So here's where I was talking earlier about pinned posts and announcements. What you want to do is make sure that you always have some pinned posts at the top. One I always suggest is having a welcome post. Another is something about a program or booking a call with you, something that you can help. You can also turn the second one around to actually a lead magnet. And then also the third one needs to kind of be an update if there's something big going on in your group, or something like you have a networking event or you're moving to another platform, such as we are actually moving slowly over to LinkedIn. I have to engage a bit more in there, but we're also moving over to LinkedIn. So that's up in the announcements, and I have a few other key announcements in there as well. And then you want to encourage members to post as well, making sure that they post their wins if they want to share. For us, I try to encourage promoting on the promotion days, especially to promote their business instead of just commenting in my own thread. I also try to get other people to post other things like their favorite quotes or some things to help out with other to help other people out in their businesses as well. And then just make sure you're posting consistently and with quality. You don't just want to be posting a whole lot of meaningless stuff. Honestly, if you're doing a conversation starter, it doesn't need to be something like which way do you put the toilet paper? That's not it's not engaged with what you do. It may be a little bit fun or something. I don't really see it, but I just heard the example one day. I was like, oh, that's perfect. But it needs to be consistent with what you do, and it needs to be quality. It doesn't need to be falling at all. And then make sure you're moderating effectively in your group. If you have your rules, make sure you actually stick to them. You can be fine. You can be very careful. You can stick with your rules, but you don't have to be rude. Make it with a fairness. if someone is spamming in your group, you need to block them immediately if it's more than 3 posts. If it's 1 post and they made a mistake or whatever, you need to let them know, hey, we don't encourage that on other people's posts. And then you can always analyze your insights and adjust accordingly. Facebook does have analytics and stuff. You'll be able to see how many views are going on. You could see comments and likes and stuff like that. And you could factor in exactly what content people are liking. And you could almost duplicate it, if not make more posts like it. So those are my 10 tips for you tonight. I hope you all enjoyed these. Again, if you are wanting my Facebook group outline, comment outline below. And if you guys are interested in my lead generation book, comment book. This lead generation book is actually packed full of good information. It helps use the group system to grow engagement on your social media. And then it'll help you to also not just cold call, but you not just be friends, not stay in the area where you're just friends. You want to make people into your customers, but you don't want to be cold calling them either and wasting a lot of time with that. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments or message me, and I'll be more than happy to help out with anything. Thank you all so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday and a great week.